Hi. Title is Walk and Talk. Yep, got audio. So, first and foremost, Ka Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Echad Kodash Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai Shalom. Shalom to elect the 12 tribes for scattered abroad. Greetings to cause us a hope for elect. Why? Because we don't know who the elect are in these times. Shalom.
Shalom.
No, Colossians chapter 3. No, put on there for as the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. No, my flesh shall rest in hope. That's the book of Psalm chapter 16, verse 9. So, went live to do what? As Yahweh Shai spake about. Feed my land, feed my sheep, feed my sheep. What do you feed the sheep? Green pastures pursuant to the book of Psalm 23, which is what? 100% truth. And now you're in what? We're in the times of prophecy. Prophecy. If you're not prophesying correctly, you are not what? You are not a prophet. The word prophet means what? Pro means before, fet means to speak. And what are we coming up into? You know, with this whole trade Hammuz thing, they say they reopened it. And if I'm right, brother, they said they closed it again. That's manipulation of the markets, you know. And you get money out of that. And 47 cents can supposed to be what? Get money out of that, as well as Narrow 47. And the Navy, oh man, I forgot the man's name. What is it? The Hung Kao. Look up Hung Kao. He's a Vietnamese man of the U.S. Navy, because the head General Chief Navy guy, he walked out. Supposedly Hung Kao in it now. Because ultimately what? This fiat currency, the dollar, the petrodollar has to what? It has to collapse. Why? Because they want to usher in the New World Order, fulfill his enterprise in the book of Job. Okay. And what is his enterprise? Oh, you got him?
Yep.
What's he titled? Go ahead.
They have him down as Hung Kao is an American politician and former military officer who has served as the acting United States Secretary of Navy since April 22nd of 2026.
Yeah, the General Chief. Look up the General Chief of Navy walked out. Because he's the guy that walked out. His son. So we are in the times of prophecy. The petrodollar, the fiat currency, the dollar what? Collapsing to usher in New World Order, which will be what? Digital currency, which is what? The M.O.T.B, which is the mark of the beast. RFID, CHIP, right hand or left hand. On the forehead is the brain, CHIP. Neuralink. Go ahead.
Yep. As of April 2026, U.S. Army Chief or Staff General Randy George was ordered to retire immediately by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, marking a major shakeup in the military leadership. The abrupt departure in early April 2026 occurred during the Iran conflict, with reports suggesting clashes over personal decisions and a desire for ideological alignment within the Pentagon.
Ooh. Let me see that real quick, because there was some new guy. I found out some news. Ellen was going into it. Let me see if I can find that. You remember that man's name, brother? He wanted to collapse the Iranian dollar before they went in for the war.
I can find that.
Oh wait, here it is.
Okay.
This should be it. The guy. Let me just get his name. So I can bear with me one moment, few moments. All right. What's this man's name?
5% of their investment.
Oh God. All right. All right. So collapse the. Oh. Scott Bennison collapsed the British pound in 1992, the Japanese yen in 2013, and the Iranian rial in 2025. Is the US dollar next? This lady went to a deep dive because Scott Bennison is up on Substack now. It's free, it says. Scott Bennison. Let me get his. Could you hold it?
Copy.
Yeah. Scott Benson. So I just let that pass. So as you see, Scott Benson is the United States Secretary of the Treasury, and he already collapsed foreign dollars. Is U.S. dollar next? Yes, indeed
Yes,
it
indeed
is.
it is.
Because they
You
want
better
that.
believe it.
Go ahead, brother. They want that CBDC, central bank digital currency. Digital currency to what? Usher in the M.O.T.B. Get the old original M.O.T.B, brother. Revelation 13.
Yep.
Brothers have gone into this so many times, the elder apostles, and on down, brothers. Like a broken record.
All right. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 6. Oh, maybe.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And he, who is the he? Esau,
Oh.
Edom, just like that serpent in the garden is going to come with subtlety. The mistress of witchcrafts, America is called in the Bible. And I saw in the garden, the serpent in the garden, in the Hebrew is what? Nachash for serpent. And Nachash means what? It goes into sorcerer. So indeed, America is following after the ways of that old serpent, the devil, in the book of Revelation. Causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You're rich, celebrity, jail. You're broke, homeless on the street. Middle class is turning to poor class now to receive what? A mark. The word there for mark in the Greek is charigma, which means what? An imprinted mark. It's a physical mark. And the root word of that is what? Charax. And charax means what? A pale, a stake, a palisade. So John the Revelator on Island Patmos more than 2,000 years ago to 2,000 years ago time period is what? Comparing it to things of his time period. Look up a palisade, ancient brother.
I got you.
Khan, the water. And that palisade there is representing what? The needle of the RFID CHIP. The needle. And the root word for charax is grapho. Grapho, which means what? To write. And when you write something, you have what? You have a point on something. Khan, the water.
Still moving slow.
You know how these devils do. Anyways, the palisade looks like what? A needle.
Whenever this loads, that's what you're looking for.
God, this one, right? Yeah. Let's get it. There it is. That's the palisade, which is charax. Charax in the Greek. Right. Verse 17, brother.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name.
Read it again one more time, Slaki.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
You won't be able to buy or sell without what? The M.O.T.B. Without that what? Digital currency. It is not a picture of Caesar Borgia, Jesus Christ, in your forehead or in your hair. You're going to print out this little picture and stick it in your hair. How is that supposed to have monetary value? Doesn't make any sense. Let me see that. Yep. At the mark, the name of the beast. If you take the M.O.T.B, you have the name of the beast and the number of his name. And the next verse goes into the number of his name. You know, it's almost, you can liken it into what? A marriage. The wife has what? The name of her husband, which means what? They're married. Go ahead.
Verse 18?
Yeah.
Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
666. If you go into the Greek there, it goes in a chai, ksai, stigma. Chai, ksai, stigma. And each of those three, you know, is symbolic of what? Another word for lack of a better word. It's like abbreviation. Chai, 600, ksai, 60, and then stigma is 6. So 600 plus 60 plus 6 is what? 666. You go into the word there for stigma. A mark pricked in or bent upon the body. The ancient Oriental uses slaves and soldiers bore the name or stamp of their master or commander, branded, pricked, cut into their bodies, and there are even some devotees who stamp themselves in this way with the token of their gods. The rule of the Bible will show that to you. So this is what? A physical thing. Stigma. Stigma. To ancient Oriental usage. I would say open that side, but no. Oriental means what? Middle Eastern.
East.
So to ancient Middle Eastern usage. Let's go to the book of, Exodus, Deuteronomy. If a man was a servant to an Israelite master, which is a show slave there, a butler is a slave.
Con.
He would serve 6 years and 7th year go free. But if his master gave him a wife and he had children, then the children and the wife would belong to the master, and only the man would go out free. But if you say, I love my master and my children and my wife, I will not go out free, then he would take him before the judges, and he would stamp his ear through with an awl, and he would be a servant forever. That's why you can liken this into what? A digital awl. Thou shalt do likewise with thy maidservant and with thy menservant, the book of Deuteronomy. So truly, indeed. Oh man, I think I'm supposed to be doing that because that sign is there.
Hey, that's on them.
Oh well, Esau privileges.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this M.O.T.B. Once you take it, you cannot what? Get out of it. It's like in marriage. So death do your part.
Con.
Married to the beast. Married to the Edomite, Romanized Western way of life.
Yep.
And to go back to the Western way of life, America is Rome 2.0. Then the moon who was healed. So the entire world moved after what? This Romanized way. Which is what? The West. So that's why I say West. Go to Revelation 13, brother, verses 1 and 2. Because it goes into that. Why the world roamed after a Roman mindset.
Yep. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, let me see that. Right. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. That's going to Esau rising out. What's his empire? The sea is the people. 7 heads, also 7 Edomite empires, which is Germania Major, Germania Minor, Rome, British, French, and the Greeks. Let me double check that. All right, got it right here. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO and the EU. 7 heads is who? Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks. NATO stands for what? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It was established in, hold this, brother. It was established in, could you read that?
It was established in August the 4th, 1949, consisting of 19 nations: Greece, Italy, Spain, France, West Germany, United Kingdom, Portugal, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Canada, Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Turkey, United States, Poland, Hungary, and Czech Republic. These nations make up NATO, which is the beast.
Kyle.
America is the head of that beast.
Kyle. And go to the one where it says the EU part. We can sit right here.
Sure. Here we go. The 10 horns represent the Common Market, or the European Economic Community, EEC, established in 1958. Today, the EEC is known as the EU, the European Union.
Trees. Yeah, that's your read the name Bakwa Shah and the water.
What you need, brother?
The Belgium, that one.
Okay, so today the EEC is known as the EU, the European Union. That is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, and Portugal.
Spain and Portugal all stood at the same time, showing according to the B1.
England and Ireland.
Same thing, going to the same time, also going to show him being one.
West Germany.
That's how you get 10. And you might say, well, the European Union is bigger now. Well, yes, it is bigger than these 10 nations, but the EU is what? The 10 horns. You see, it started out with 10. No, let's click down. All right. We did the M.O.T.B. Revelation 13, brother. I'll just go to home.
That verse 2.
Start first one again.
Verse
Slack
1.
here.
Revelation 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
You see crown that's going into what? Symbol like a certain amount of power, and upon his head's name of blasphemy. We went through that. Verse 2.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
People really all in them trails.
Oh yeah, I'm going in there.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. So when did civilization start? It started with the Greeks. You know, some might tell you, well, why do they say that? Because that's when Esau's what? He came into power of what? Ruling the world with the Greeks. The leopard. The leopard represents who? Alexander the Great. Because there was other nations before the Greeks. You know, you had the Assyrians, the Neo-Babylonians, the Persian Mede Empire. But somebody will tell you what? The Greeks. Well, that's when Esau came into power of ruling the world. That's his first stages of ruling, you know, the world. You know, Esau had his, you know, the Dukes of Edom in the ancient world, but him like ruling the world like that started with what? The leopard, the Greeks. And his feet were as the feet of a bear. What's the bear? The bear is symbolic of Russia. Somebody done fell down in the woods. Oh well. So see how much Shimon shot. And the bear is what? That's the Russians. Why is it the Russians? Because the Russians is going to be what? The downfall of Esau's empire. That's why it's the feet. You take a man down by his feet, he what? He go down. That dream with Nebuchadnezzar, where the stone hit, which is symbolic of Yahushua, the feet. You give somebody their feet, they're going down. And his mouth as the mouth of a lion. That's the British. Bottle water, brother. Inside joke. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Who the dragon? The dragon is the ancient Roman Empire. That's why this entire world is what fashioned after the ancient Roman Empire mindset. America has been compared to ancient Rome plenty of times. Scholars can go into that and tell you about that too. Gave him his power and his seat and great authority. You know? Ruled after what? A Romanized way with even the Senate. The beast was different than all the others. In the book of Daniel chapter 7. You know, that's going into the Senate. Its military might, teeth of iron, its strength. In the book of Maccabees speaks about the Senate. In the book of Maccabees, the Senate, they gave power to one man, which is what? A president, basically. Verse 3, brother.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. All right. Rome. Oh, let me get the history. Let me see that. Let me fact check. All right. Through the spirit. Because what they call it, the pagan Roman Empire fell. Pagan Roman Empire fell. And Byzantine Empire came up. Yeah, let's see. The Byzantine Empire was a direct continuation of the Roman Empire in its eastern provinces, lasting over 1,000 years. That's that 1,000 years Satan was in the pit, bottomless pit. Pit is Europe. Why is it bottomless? Because Europe is devoid of resources. After the Western Roman Empire fell, that's that deadly wound. Pagan Roman Empire, also known as. It fell in 476 AD, it says, founded by Constantine in 330 AD. All right, pagan Roman Empire fell, and the Byzantine Empire. And then you got the pagan Roman Empire, Holy Roman Empire, and Dark Ages. From the pagan Roman. All right. Let me double check something real quick. Christianized Holy Roman Empire. I believe that to be the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine. 19. All right, we're hitting that 15-20 minute mark. All right. Yeah. All right, distinct. All right, says it's not. Alright. Let's see. Alright, was not the Byzantine claimed to be rightful successor. Oh, I'll just leave that there. Of course, the pagan Roman Empire fell, which is that dark wound. Then what? The deadly wound was healed. That deadly wound there represented of what? America, Babylon the Great. And we started seeing that Roman way healed in what? The Renaissance time period, which is when Esau came out the bonds. But you know, you had the black, what was it called, brother, with the trench doctors? I forgot the name. Black Plague?
Black Plague.
Yeah, you had the Black Plague, which is also the downfall of what, according to the Byzantine Empire. Downfall of the Jake ruling, the Moors ruling. The Moors were Israelites, just Muslim Israelites. Deadly wound was healed. You started seeing that during the Renaissance time period. That Roman way coming back, and all the world wanted after the beast. And you know that Rome 2.0, when it was really healed, was what? America.
Con.
Yeah. Verse 4, probably ended at 4.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with the beast?
Yeah, who was able to make war with Esau, America, NATO and the EU? America's the head of NATO and the EU. Who can make war with all this? So they come up with this M.O.T.B. It's going to be the same thing. Fear tactics as well. It's also going into why? What? The people will take it. And it's also going to be what? Penalty of death. Revelation 24. Some brothers will be beheaded for the truth for not taking the M.O.T.B. And few sincere elect lady and her children may be as well. But ultimately, the Lord will raise you up what? At the last day. You know, speaking about when I mean last day, I mean what? When the day of Yahweh, when the elect is delivered, when Yahweh shall come back. You know, the resurrection. Let me see that. I believe it's called the last resurrection. Just get my words right. Last resurrection. Let's see. I believe it was Martha who said that. One of them ladies said that. Yahweh shall saith unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha saith unto him, I know that he shall rise in the resurrection at the last day. 25, Yahweh shall said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. It's true, Yahweh shall is the resurrection, will raise the elect.
Yeah, he said.
Spiritually alive, soon to be what? Immortality. Truly resurrected. Anything else you want to bring out, brother?
That's all.
And on that note, beautiful trees. And on that note, Shalom. Kal halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rechach Kodash Brakti Yahweh Brakti Yahushai. Shalom.
Shalom.
Them on to Els GM as great Muslim. Shalom. Keep safe, pray, repent, hold on to the truth. Let no man steal your crown. Crown's what? Symbolic of salvation. When Yahushai comes back, he's literally going to crown what? Elect man. But soon to book of 2nd Esdras. Pray, keep safe, repent, hold on to the truth. Fast, repeat, read, study, watch the videos, meditate, repeat, stay in the truth. Pray, repent, read, study, fast, watch the videos, meditate, stay in the truth, repeat. Shalom.
Shalom.